For ages, getting a perfect, comfortable smile has been this incredible mix of art and science. But what if the secret to the best fit wasn't just in a craftsman's hands, but actually hiding in digital code? Well, today we're diving into a huge shift happening in prosthodontics, which is, the whole field of dentistry dedicated to replacing teeth. It sounds so simple, right? But think about it. Creating a replacement for something as unique as your own teeth is a massive challenge. We're talking about a game of microns, where the tiniest little mistake can be the difference between a comfortable fit and, well, a total nightmare. And that's the core problem that modern dentistry is laser focused on solving.
And to solve that problem, we have two contenders. On the left, you've got the classic, old school method. It starts with one of those trays of goop and involves a whole bunch of physical steps. And on the right, you've got the new challenger, a super sleek digital scanner that kicks off a way more direct process. So let's put them head to head and see who really wins the battle for precision.
Okay, first up, let's take a walk down the conventional path. And as we do, I want you to hold on to this one key idea, the inaccuracy chain. It's this concept that with every single physical step you take, you add a tiny little error. And those errors, they start linking up, getting bigger and bigger, until you have a real problem at the end. The whole chain really begins right here with something called the master cast. So after that impression is taken from a patient's mouth, it gets filled with this gypsum stone to make a physical model. This is our very first link in the chain. And believe it or not, it's where the biggest single error gets locked in. And wow, what an error it is. Right out of the gate, we're looking at a deviation of over 222 microns. Now, to give you some perspective, a single human hair is about 70 microns thick. So in the very first step, we've already introduced an error more than 3 times the width of a human hair. That's not great. So why does that even happen? Well, research from Chiavi and their team points the finger straight at the material itself. As that gypsum stone hardens and solidifies, it literally expands. It physically changes shape, warping the model so it's no longer a perfect copy. The error is baked right into the process. So let's move on to the second link in our chain. Now, a highly skilled technician has to carefully build a wax model of the final denture, but they have to do it on that stone cast that we already know is flawed. It takes a ton of artistry, for sure, but it's still a manual process, which is just another chance for things to go slightly wrong. And that chance adds another 211 microns of error. And here's the crucial part. This doesn't replace the first mistake. Nope, it's stacked right on top of it. Our inaccuracy chain is getting longer, and the final product is drifting further and further from reality with every step. And now for the final link in the conventional chain. This is where that beautiful wax pattern gets turned into the actual acrylic denture. This is usually done with injection molding, where they melt out the wax and pump in acrylic resin to take its place. But, you guessed it, this big transformation introduces its own little twist. And that final step adds yet another 187 microns of error. This time, the culprit is something called polymerization shrinkage. As the acrylic hardens, it actually shrinks, pulling the final denture even further away from the patient's actual anatomy. You can see how every physical step has just added its own little layer of imperfection. Okay, so that's the problem, right? This long chain of compounding errors. But what if you could just break the chain? Well, this is where the digital workflow just completely changes the game. It's a total shift in how we think about precision. And this slide really says it all. You've got the analog path, which is like this long, winding road with all these handoffs from impression to stone, stone to wax, wax to acrylic. Then you have the digital path. It's a straight line. It goes directly from a scan to a design to a final 3D printed part, cutting out all those messy, error-prone middle steps. The digital journey begins right here, with a scan inside the mouse. So instead of that tray of goop, a tiny camera just zips around capturing thousands of pictures to create a super precise 3D model right on the computer. And the key here is that our starting point, our foundation, is incredibly accurate from the jump, with an error of less than 100 microns. And don't just take my word for it, the data is all there. A study by Goodmacher and their colleagues found some digital systems can create a master model with an error as tiny as 74.8 microns. Now remember that very first step in the old school method, it was almost 3 times worse than this. With digital, we're just starting in a much, much better place. Okay, so we've seen the 2 different journeys. Now it's time for the moment of truth. Let's put them side by side and look at the final scorecard. This is where things get really, really interesting.
Okay, this is absolutely the key takeaway. Look at this. The bar on the left, that's the error from just the first step of the conventional method, over 222 microns. Now look at the bar on the right. That is the total accumulated error for the entire digital workflow, from scan all the way to the final product. It's only 137.7 microns. Let that sink in. The entire digital process is way more accurate than just the first step of the old way. It's kind of mind-blowing.
And again, the science confirms it. Research from Lee and his team found that 3D printing the final piece is just flat out more accurate and stable than the old injection molding technique. So we're not just getting rid of steps, we're actually replacing them with a fundamentally better technology. So why do we care about all these tiny numbers? Well, because these microns directly translate to how comfortable a patient is. All that extra accuracy means you get a much better seal around the edge of the denture. And a better seal means better suction, a more stable fit, and at the end of the day, a much happier person. It's precision you can actually feel. So after looking at both of these workflows, the conclusion is pretty obvious, isn't it? The future of creating that perfect smile isn't just about finding new materials, it's about adopting a smarter, cleaner, and much more direct process.
If you're going to remember two things from all of this, let it be these. First, you have to minimize that compounded error. It's simple. Fewer steps means fewer chances to make a mistake. And second, there's the digital print advantage. Going straight from a computer file to a 3D printed object is just the cleanest, most direct way to make sure what you design is what you get.
You know, this whole idea is so much bigger than just dentistry. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What other complicated things that we do, whether it's in manufacturing or medicine or anything else, are being held back by their own inaccuracy chains, just waiting for a new technology to come along and finally break them?